Hello, everybody. This is Nikki. Welcome to the channel. I am about to do a reading for Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I'm telling y'all, I don't know who these people are. I had to ask my daughter. I just did a reading on Kendrick Lamar last week, but somebody wanted me to do another one on Kendrick. I was gonna say SZA, but my daughter said, "Mama, that ain't SZA. It's called SZA." Whatever. Okay, so I don't know. Just got to go with the flow with these readings. It's possibly a good thing that I don't know about any of this because that's not the kind of music I listen to. But it's probably good that I don't because I can give a hopefully an accurate reading or a message for whatever you all want to hear. I don't know who SZA is. She told me it's a woman. That's all I know. So I looked the picture up. Okay, so somebody wants to know, um, is Kendrick and SZA going to release a joint album? So that's what we want to see. Is Kendrick Lamar and SZA going to release a joint album? That's the question that we're wanting to know today. Kendrick and SZA, are they going to release a joint album? Let's see. Kendrick and SZA, are they going to release an album together? Let's see. I have victory and I have justice here. Right now, if they're going to do that, I feel like they're just ironing out the details, possibly, I guess, collabing, trying to figure out what exactly is it that their fans want to hear. This could draw in new fans for him. It could draw in new fans for her. Okay. So, are they going to release an album together? Are they going to release a new album? I think they are, and I feel like it's going to be when they release it, it's going to be a very very successful thing of endeavor. But I feel like right now something is going on. It's restricted. There could be There's something going on with contracts right now and some sort of agreement. They have to both come to a cohesive agreement. Okay. And I feel like they're just trying to trying to iron out the rough edges. They're involving their lawyers. I feel that they're pretty detail oriented people, both of them. So they want peace. So I want to make sure that both of them, they're wanting to make sure that each other, they're getting exactly what it is both of them are putting in individually and collectively. And I feel like it's going to be a success. They may end up buying new cars, new homes, or it's going to be very profitable for both of them. But it's something that they're having to iron out now with their lawyers, attorneys, different things like that. Okay. So we have here victory, but we also have here the page of wands. So I just feel like they just have to come to a meeting of the minds is what I'm saying here. What's going on here with this energy? I feel like even if they do have separate albums, they'll have music on each other's albums as well. If that hasn't already happened, I don't know because I don't even know the music. But you get my drift. I have his strength. Yeah, yeah. So, and yeah, this is definitely going to be a partnership for both of them. Okay. A definite partnership. I feel like they've already shaken hands. They've already figured out what the concept of the album will be. At first, I figure like somebody is more inclined to write, while the other person is more than likely to do something else. So I feel like they're going to be working on their strengths separately and together and cohesively. I feel like one person is going to be writing most of the music. Not saying that the other person is, but there's one person has a strength in this area and another person has the strength in another area. So I feel like whatever their strengths are, okay, they're going to end up working well together. But one person is going to be doing more of the writing, like the song lyrics, all of that stuff. So I feel like whatever it is, I feel like they work together very very well. All right, but there is some sort of restriction or some sort of hold for some reason. But I feel like the hold more so has to do with the lawyer side and not their side. Okay. Are they going to make an album? And will it be a success? Okay. Yeah, here we have a very, very strong energy between the two of them. very, very strong and at peace. There could be a lot of weather around them when they're making the music. Maybe there could be some restrictions with the weather that wherever they're producing the album at or something. But even when it comes to them making videos, it's something that's going to hold them back. Okay. I have anxiety and I have lovers. Now, I don't know if they're in relationships, though. There could be some stress around his relationship with somebody else or her relationship with somebody else, and they may bring that energy in on a job when they're working together, and it may kind of hinder the progress a little bit. But everybody has problems. You just got to work around it. Or if you're having that many problems, put that shit in this motherfucking song and let's roll. Okay. So that kind of stuff. So that may be a little hindrance for both of them, but it won't be um, it won't falter, it won't fizzle out. But too, I also feel like there could be some rumors that they could be hooking up or something, but they're merely just partners writing music and singing and all of that stuff. So I don't think that they have anything going on. All right. Messages on Kendrick and SZA upcoming album, if they have one. I have here. We have generosity, money. So, somebody may front the money for them to do this. If that, especially if they don't have money up front, or there's something that they want to do. If they don't have enough money, they can have somebody that's going to come in and help them produce the album. I just feel like one person is going to be doing more than the other, but that's not a bad thing. They're just doing whatever it is that they're fluid in, that they have the capabilities that the other person doesn't have. It doesn't mean that the other person, SZA or Kendrick, they're incapable of doing it. They just have more skill in that area, and vice versa. Okay, what's going on here for Kendrick and SZA with an album, a possible album collaboration? See, there's something going on where they may have to take a break, reach a stalemate or something. I won't say that they'll bump heads, but I just feel like it's something that's going to just want to stop, like temporarily, but it's not a permanent thing. And here we are again. Okay, so it's something that's gonna just pause for a little while. I just think it's more so a meeting of minds and being on the same page at the same time. But I really do think it has something to do with the lawyers or the producers, like the big wigs around the project. All right, they can't come to agreements as to what they're going to do. Yeah, it's something about their creativity with each other. They may have to get with somebody. They may have to get with choreography or dancing or something, sitting down and talking about what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, how it's pulled off, how is it going to be paid for, that kind of stuff. So there's going to be a lot of talking, of course, a lot of signing of contracts, paperwork, the dancers. So a lot of people are going to be in on this. Okay. In, not end, in on this. Okay. Messages on a possible album collaboration for Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Got judgment here. Okay, second chances, so yeah, I feel like they've tried to do this in the past, but it didn't come into fruition. But I just think they all have to come together in a cohesive kind of way. All right, it can't just be what he wants, it can't just be what she wants. Both of them have to want the same thing in the exact same manner. Okay, it's okay to have differences in opinion, which I don't think they would work bad together. I just think that they got to keep their heads and their wits about them and know that this is business. Okay. Got the tower here. A chance. Okay, so we got a rest here. Maybe they need to take some. Maybe they just need to take a rest. Okay, we got here independent and honest. Now, I don't know if Kendrick Lamar is in a relationship with anybody. I don't remember what I said in their first readings. That first reading I did about him. I do so many readings on my channels. I have 2 or 3 of them. That I don't know. But I don't know if he's in a relationship. I don't know if she's in a relationship. It could be. But with them working so closely together, allegedly, she could start having feelings for him. Because she's working so close to him. He could have a relationship, he could be married, or whatever the situation is. So he could be talking about his significant other, or she could be talking about her significant other, and they're working in such close proximity to one another that they may end up having feelings for each other because they're so close. they're working so closely together, so they may be talking to each other about their personal business and different things like that, and one thing leads to another, and boom. I don't know if SZA has any children, but she could already have a child or have a child on the way, and her significant other is the one that's taking care of the baby when she's off touring and doing her thing or whatever. But like I said, this is all alleged, and I don't listen to this kind of music, so I've never heard of SZA until my daughter told me who she was, because I was going to say SZA when I did the reading, and that's SZA. I'm like, okay, whatever. What else can you tell me about Kendrick Lamar and SZA's collaboration? Possible collaboration when it comes to an album? Possible collab between the two, SZA and Kendrick. Yeah, it's money. It's going to be money. It's definitely going to be some money coming in for both of them. It's a good, I'm hearing good vibration, but it's definitely going to be a celebration for them too. And here we have the moon card, deep emotions. They may start having feelings for each other because they're working so intensely, but they're also working on something that is an album. It's a work of art. But sometimes if you are a songstress or writing music, writing books or whatever, a part of you will always come out in whatever it is you're putting out there. I write poetry and I'm working on a book right now, so parts of me are in my books that I'm writing, in my poems that I'm writing. It just happens that way. That's how you relate to what's going on. So I have here there's definitely some good management here. Whoever this person is who is producing that album, he's going to get paid, or she's going to get paid very handsomely. Okay. And everybody's going to celebrate. Everybody's going to work cohesively good together. They're going to be clinking of the glasses. There's going to be champagne bottles opening up and all of that stuff. But there's definitely going to be some kind of halt, because it's like, yeah, we got to make sure this shit is right. We're not going to be on this shit for 2 or 3 years. This shit's going to be done right this year, period. Okay. So there's a lot of pomp and circumstance. There's a lot of collabs. There's a lot of writing. There's going to be other people coming in to contribute to this album. And it has the potential to blow up, to blow the F up. You know what I'm saying? Just wow. What else is coming out for Kendrick and SZA? What else is coming out for Kendrick and SZA, please? The Knight of Cups. I have dates. She may get proposed to if she's not already married, or he may propose to somebody if he's not already married. Okay. That's too many. We got the Tower. Why do we have the Tower here? Why do we have the Tower here for a possible collab on an album for SZA and Kendrick Lamar? Why is the Tower popping up? Why is the Tower popping up? The fun and socializing. So, they may spend a lot of time drinking, having a good time or whatever, instead of working on their craft. So they may be a little bit too much fun. Okay, a little bit too much horseplay. Not literally, but playing a little bit too much instead of getting down to business. Maybe they think that if they go out and socialize a little bit, even if they do it in the studio on their own time, well, I need to clear my head. I gotta listen to some music. I gotta dance a little bit. I gotta work. I gotta do something, because this is driving me fucking nuts. So they just need to take a little time out, but not take too much time out, because whoever this producer is, they ain't playing. You getting this shit done. We're gonna do this album. It's gonna be a complete success. You can celebrate later. Okay, you can party later. I have here offer. I have lovers. Now they could be getting things could be getting a little hot and heavy between the two, allegedly. Now I don't know how committed they are, if they have relationships, but they're working close together. They may have too much to drink, and Kendrick may look at her and say, like, damn, she just offered me that and I didn't take it. Whatever. Vice versa. He may offer me that and I didn't take it. Allegedly. This is just, So yeah, there may be some energy around that. They know that they can't hook up because they're business partners. They can't do this. They can't do that, and there may be some conflict there. Conflict. So it may become a problem. We had a stalemate. This producer wants this album off the ground, but if you're not able to work together without falling for each other, then we don't need to be doing this. Okay. But since you all approached me, since the idea came into fruition, you gonna work together, or let's just drop this dead, let it go. Okay. Final messages for Kendrick and SZA. SZA. Happiness with their family. Strength. I have here proposal. I feel like it will help both of their families out here, though. The devil. Woo. The devil had to rear his ugly head. The Empress. It's like somebody's mate is going to have issues with them two working together. They're jealous. Somebody's jealous. I can be. If this was me and I had a connection with Kendrick, if he was my husband, my man, or whatever, and I know he was dating something, not dating, but collabing with SZA, all they doing is making an album. Ain't no reason why your significant other, either SZA's significant others or SZA's whatever significant others, Kendrick's significant other. You get mad all you want to because I'm bringing home the bacon. That's what I'm doing. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. All right, so there may be an issue. This popped out too. The Magician. That Magician is a player's card. Okay, but this is also saying that they are working together, collaborating to make a successful album so that both of them can make some money. Okay, that's what the thing is that people should worry about, instead of thinking that they're out there hooking up. They're not hooking up. There may be some jealous people who think that they're hooking up because they are two fine individuals. Okay, but no. But we got this Empress. This could be the energy around Kendrick's relationship if he has one. Or it could be the Emperor in her relationship who has an issue with them two working together. They're young, they're successful, they're trying to climb to the top of the ladder, and you got somebody who's tripping out the fact that no, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. What the hell you bitching for? I'm making money to take care of you. SZA could have a baby, she could have a newborn, whatever the situation is. But they are definitely working good together. I feel like this album, if they make one, will be so successful. But the significant others, they got to step back because this is a job. They have a job to do. I'm not saying that they may not have some sort of attraction to each other from working so closely together the length of time that they will or that they have or whatever. But that doesn't mean that they're going to act on that feeling. They just know that we got to stop. We got to back up. Okay, this can't go any further than this, and because this is about money. They're finding the strength that they have in each other through their music, through their collab. What she doesn't have, he's bringing to the table. What Kendrick doesn't have, SZA will bring to the table, and that's where the good fortune begins. It'll be a success if it's happened. If it will happen, but just know this is all alleged with them maybe liking each other or gaining feelings for each other or whatever the situation calls for. I think it will be a good collaboration. It's a dream come true for both of them. And SZA will be able to marry the woman of his dreams if he hasn't done so. And SZA will be able to have the wedding of her dreams if she has not done so. Okay? So both of them are working for success, and that's exactly what's going to happen if they don't let the small stuff keep them away from their dreams. All right? I hope this message works. Put it in the comments and let me know if you want to hear about anyone else. And like I said, this is new to me because I don't even listen to this genre of music. So my daughter told me, like I said, that's not SZA, that's SZA. I'm like, okay, SZA, whatever. But you get the drift.